Doctors is part of the English for Health Professionals program. Provides English language skills for effective doctor-patient communication at advanced level. The course includes 30 hours of interactive content, 180 or more screens, student workbook and sample teacher guide. 6 units. How can I help you today? Let's take a look at you. Pain in the chest? Well, your heart sounds okay. A plan to keep you well, and useful phrases.
Welcome to Doctors, which along with nurses forms AMES's English for Health, an interactive online English course for advanced learners working in the health industry. Doctors develops English and communication skills to help overseas trained doctors reach the spoken language proficiency levels required for registration in Australia and other English-speaking countries for effective doctor-patient communication. Users watch and analyze medical consultations in authentic video presentations, complete language and pronunciation exercises, and practice the key communication strategies required by health professionals. Spoken communication plays a big part on the course, and there is a pronunciation focus throughout, as well as coverage of general interactional skills, questioning and consultation techniques. Specialized vocabulary and useful grammar and phrases are covered in each unit. The approach taken is learning by doing, as learners find, study, apply, and practice the language they need to get the job done. Let's take a look at a unit about starting treatment with the taking of a patient history. The first section introduces the unit and sets up the different print resources that learners can use. Here, the people involved are introduced, but elsewhere it can involve a summary of what has happened in the treatment up to this point. The advantage of this approach is that the unit is fitted with a meaningful clinical context. A unique feature here is the inclusion of a range of additional resources to orientate, support, and extend study. Every unit begins with a study map outlining the stages that will be followed. Unit worksheets provide reference material such as transcripts and self-study tasks and activity suggestions. There are also resources related to the specific context of the scenario in the unit, such as here, where the patient's medical records are provided. These resources enhance the study experience and give the user control over the flow of information as well as access to reference material. The next stage provides a preview of the clinical episode which will form the core of the unit. Comprehension questions are posed and the user then watches the initial part of the scenario. Here, the initial conversation which will lead to a detailed patient history being taken.
Andrew.
Yes.
Andrew, would you like to come in?
Thank you.
Just in here. Please sit down.
The benefit of this approach is that the users are taken into the exchange gradually. It consolidates the context and allows them to think ahead and prepare for the main part of the scenario. A feature found throughout the units are quick access study tips, which suggest a range of study approaches and strategies and remind users of key concepts to stay focused on. Key vocabulary is presented and clarified ahead of the main part of the scenario. This is done through a variety of guided discovery activities, such as matching items to descriptions. Vocabulary screens are supported by richly detailed reference keys which provide definitions, explanations, and additional notes. These can be viewed online, saved or printed. This overall approach to vocabulary engages the user in active revision or exploration of core lexis, while at the same time ensuring a clear and definitive reference is provided. The main part of the scenario now unfolds through a video presentation over several screens.
So, how can I help you today?
Well, I had
Developing listening skills through comprehension activities and setting up the detailed study of grammar, interactional skills and pronunciation which will flow from it.
It was yesterday in the morning I had a late night dinner with friends, and sometimes...
Breaking the video presentation into stages in this way allows users greater control over processing the content.
Was it like a tight band, or was it more a throbbing pain?
Yeah, it was a throbbing pain. It was really, really pounding away.
In addition to the staging of the scenario, users can make use of the synced transcript or the whole text resource. This puts learners in control of the listening, allowing them to read, rewind, or replay the parts they find challenging. The video content is now exploited for a rich variety of language study. This includes review and practice of grammatical features such as verb forms and questions. A range of activities such as ordering and rewriting are used, supported by reference notes and explanations. The benefit of this approach is that users work with contextualized language examples. As they gain mastery of the structures, the course encourages them to think about how these can be applied in similar clinical scenarios. Given the course focus on developing speaking skills, the video content leads on to a comprehensive study of relevant pronunciation features at both a discrete level and in connected speech. Pronunciation screens cover a range of areas from word stress, sounds and syllables, up to sentence stress, linking and intonation. This gives users a wide resource base for developing pronunciation skills and the opportunity to focus in on particular areas in their own speaking. An important aspect of this section is the inclusion of audio examples as part of the resource reference.
Fever, pressure, symptoms.
This ensures consistent, accurate and clear models are available for checking, consolidation and practice. Each unit finishes with a series of assessment tasks for learners to test their understanding and progress.
Have you had a temperature?
Scores from the activities in this section are tracked in the learning management system for teachers to access in order to monitor learner progress.